guys, this is issue 4 of the Unwanted Opinions podcast. I'm Matt.
James.
Justin.
And if this is your first time tuning in, this Unwanted Opinions podcast is where we give horrible, unwanted opinions on a variety of subjects. If you're not already a fan of us on Facebook, check us out. It's facebook.com/UWOPOD. Check us out on there. Check us out on YouTube. The link is actually on our Facebook there. Today's topic, guys, I wanted to talk about superpowers.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all nerds. What nerd doesn't think about what type of superpower they'd want to have if they could have anything? I mean, that's a common daydream.
Good.
I could start off. I guess my main power that I would love to have, I've wanted since a kid, was teleportation.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's a great power.
Yeah, the ability to just transport yourself instantly from one place to another just seems like a very useful power. Not necessarily.
Would you put limits on it though? And I want to make this almost as like realistic as possible with limitations. Like, I don't want you fucking like touching a building and then making it fucking teleport.
It's almost that question of like, would you rather be Super Saiyan 4 Goku or Goku when he was a kid? It's like you want to experience like learning about the new abilities and experiencing his whole life. It's like, yeah, let's not be overpowered with our powers today.
Well, I just don't want his teleportation to be like overpowered to where mine looks like shit.
With every power.
I think if I can lift it, if I can lift it, I think that I should be able to take it with me. Realistically, if I grab this piece of paper, I expect to be able to teleport with it. I think that's a realistic limitation.
You don't just teleport and your clothes just fall to the ground.
I don't expect to touch. I actually don't expect to touch anything and take it with me. I don't think that's a...
Little things here and there. I mean,
unless I'm consciously making an effort to really, like, concentrate all my energy on it.
What if you found some really hot broad in, like, Sweden, and you were just like, come on, baby? And she was like, sure.
She was okay with teleportation.
Co-teleportation.
Yeah. I think, what would be cool...
Can I lift her?
Yeah.
If she's Swedish,
I really hope you lift a woman of your
Those
choice.
Swedish love their chocolate.
Yeah, no, so if I can lift them, I think I should be able to take it.
Yeah.
I would love the ability to just jump from here to Bali, Sweden, wherever I want to go, and just I would personally use it for personal gain. I mean, to be honest, whether it's going from
so you'd be a villain.
Yeah, because I would teleport into a bank vault. I would have zero qualms about it.
Oh man, you know what's crazy is like we were talking about this earlier. Justin's actually never seen Jumper. And his first idea, that's the first thing he did in that movie, was he goes into a bank vault and steals a whole bunch of money.
I've never seen it.
You've never seen... No, not Justin, Matt.
Yeah. I was about to say,
sorry.
I thought he'd seen it, but I never have seen it. And
don't give me that look.
I didn't like it that much.
You didn't like it? Well, no, yeah, I agree with you because it's a little like push.
Like, we're not telling you to go watch it right now because you'll you'll take back your fucking decision.
It's a great power, but they added this like society of dudes who were hunting jumpers who were like they could tell when people were teleporting, and that whole aspect it takes the fun.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I like I said, I think that I would just, like I said, use it just to travel and just to gain some. I would have zero qualms about going into a bank vault. Does that make me a bad person?
If you what if you chose to teleport somewhere, and then in that region, the pressure and everything else, just allergens, everything was so different. Yeah. Your body would immediately go into fucking shock.
That's a good thought. I've never actually thought about that.
What?
I've never thought about that.
If you went to like the middle of the fucking Amazon,
you went to like
and your
Africa,
body isn't healthy enough to fucking handle the impact of all that hitting you right at once.
Is it that drastic of a change in atmospheric pressure and everything though?
Like, I think so. Yeah.
It's just like
it's
just like traveling.
You go somewhere and like the altitude could even be different because you might go
like if you went to obviously
you don't think that it's
Everest or something. That's fucking ridiculous.
Well, I mean, still like it's still there's a difference that you're not ready for.
Yeah.
I never even thought about that. That's actually a really good point because
that's a good thought, man.
That's such a logic flaw in teleportation.
No one takes that into account. Like if you fucking even if you're wearing a jacket, like if you go into like Antarctica or something and you want to go see some crazy shit, like
suddenly your body is just like it's like a shock to your system and you could get really sick.
You would have to be in really good shape.
Blow up, but you get really sick. Like your body would just be like, what is going on?
Shock.
Tell you what though, if I were you, I would get a spacesuit. And then fucking make sure you're all oxygen tanked up.
So what?
Limit it further, like Nightcrawler's abilities, where he can only like teleport like within where he can see, and so it takes him a while to get certain places.
That's a lot of work. That's a lot of teleporting.
Yeah.
I just want like a. Boop.
It's still got its practical.
Does he
uses.
use it? Because I never watch X-Men really. Does he use it for movement basically? Does he jump from place to place to place to place to place?
Fighting.
I can't wait to show you like some fight scenes with him because as he's fighting, he's teleporting and like he's swashbuckling and he's acrobatic. It's amazing. Nightcrawler is my favorite, hands down my favorite mutant, my favorite character in the Marvel universe.
He has his own comic book out right now.
Yeah, he does.
It's pretty.
How did I not know that?
It's not good.
Love Nightcrawler.
It's not good.
Okay.
Actually, I don't want to go into this territory, but Nightcrawler's the reason I believe in God. All right, let's move on. How's he going?
Where the fuck's he going? Oh my god!
Leaving. What, man?
What the dude? No!
Whoa! What was that sound?
The fuck?
Dude, Justin.
The fuck, dude? Well, we're back. Justin, what superpower would you choose if you could choose from any of the repertoire of superpowers?
Magnetism.
Magnetism. It's like Magneto. Yeah.
It would have to be Magneto. Being the ability to, anything. I would go into a fucking war zone and just be like, fucking shoot me. Please shoot me. Please shoot me.
Please
and then,
shoot me.
I could. If
Rubber
I wanted to,
bullets.
Stop the bullets.
Yeah.
Killing me and just send them back at them. Or, and...
Or yeah, if you had like enough metal scraps around you could pull it in. Like, I like that because you don't really have to limit yourself because it's already limited to you need that resource around.
Yeah.
How
do they cage? Have they ever caged Magneto or anything like that? Like,
yeah.
They ever like a plastic.
Are you kidding me right now?
Matt Davis.
Are you playing like ignorant right now?
That's X-Men, right?
Yes.
No X-Men knowledge. None.
Whoa!
None. Blow your mind
Oh
or
my
not.
God,
like
dude.
none. I am.
You never seen the movies or anything?
No.
That plastic
Dude,
jail.
I told you in the previous episode when we were talking. What was it? My only experience with the X-Men movies was the fucking 30-second clip of First Class that they played so many goddamn times.
Are you
at
freaking out
Sam's.
too?
I don't like Matt Davis anymore.
Oh my god.
In that Reddit,
I mean, I like it.
that clip on Reddit.
Do you have any interest in X-Men?
I have no interest in watching X-Men.
Why not?
It's mutants. I don't want mutants.
Don't look at them like mutants.
Yeah,
think of them like
super
Think of them
Spider-Man.
as people.
No.
Isn't that half the drama
Look
of
at it
X-Men?
like, you can
that's
look at it like, okay, think of no.
We've got a
fucking
whole new
X-Men.
project,
You guys
guys.
are both dead to me. Fucking.
I'm dead to you.
Just because you're talking.
Okay. God.
Think of the X-Men.
Think of the X-Men
as any other superhero by themselves. So, for instance, Spider-Man, fucking Thor. People with powers, don't look at them as mutants. As a team, like the Avengers. That's all X-Men is. If you look at it, just look at it that way, and you can get through it.
You gotta let us show you some X-Men stuff.
I'll watch some X-Men, but listen. What I mean, how do they cage him? How do you control?
It's like a big plastic
you have to basically
and glass.
tranquilize it. Well, they have plastic bullets. They have ways of inject gas, knock them out, things like that. And then they just bring him to a fucking plastic cage.
He's very grandiose, and he makes himself known as a villain. Like, he makes himself known to the public. Like, I'm Magneto, and I'm better than all of you.
Like, if I were to have these magnetic powers, I would get a cape.
Yeah, that's...
and the helmet. Entitled
you
to
will
a cape
see me on national news.
Yeah. But that's his main weakness.
Fucking bank vault door.
That's Magneto's main weakness. If he didn't make it known what he was capable of, then the cops wouldn't have been sitting there, or like the government wouldn't have been sitting there making plastic guns, fully plastic guns and plastic ammo. That's his downfall.
What I would do, though,
he's too cocky.
The main thing I really want this power for is whenever you're driving, particularly in Lufkin, Texas, I will fucking break everyone's axles who drives like a dick and doesn't use a blinker.
Now we're getting into murderous territory,
yeah,
dude.
oh no, I would be a fucking asshole. I would be a villain.
An asshole? You said you'd be a murderer.
Okay, everybody knows I'm a shitty driver. I'm part Asian. I'm a shitty driver. If my son is in the back seat, why does he have to be murdered because I'm a shitty driver?
No. I would break their shit to where financially it would cripple them as a family.
But then I can pull over and...
Yeah,
so then his son starves to death slowly because of the financial
Have you seen Chronicle?
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Where he goes, and then that car just goes into the woods, and they're like, "Oh, you
that's
killed
what
him!"
I would do. That's what I would do. Fuck, you know what? Fuck
I
you.
don't
If
even
you
know
don't know
why
how
I'm
to drive,
laughing at that.
That's
if you don't use a blinker, you don't. I swear to God.
If I don't use a blinker, you're gonna send my car into a ravine?
Am I a fucking magician? Do I know what direction you're turning? Do I?
You have magnetism. Why couldn't you?
I got a lot on my mind, and I might not use a blinker all the time.
So I should rear end you, or almost get in a wreck myself because you are ignorant to the fact.
I'm part Asian. I have a tiny penis. I got a lot going on in my brain. I can't be thinking about blinkers all the time. I'm thinking about my winker. My tiny baby micro winker.
I would make sure I wouldn't be a douche.
I'm thinking about math
You know what?
and
Fuck
karate.
that. No. If you have a kid in the back, I'd fucking make sure that you're pulled over on the shoulder.
You don't know. I don't have a baby on board thing.
Like I said, regardless if you have a kid or not, I'll put you on the side of the road. But I will
Thank
break
you.
the shit out of your car. I will fuck that shit up.
I don't have any metal. Well, I got a zipper.
And then I will scope you out and watch you at the car. You know what? The minute you went to a fucking car lot to go buy a car, I would crush every single car. I would make it.
And that's
mine.
you're gonna ruin. He's gonna ruin. Think about
Yeah, no, that's what I mean.
Think
And
about
make sure
the
you got
dealer.
that gap insurance.
Think about the dealer and think about all of his employees that are relying on the sales of those cars
So wait a minute.
to make their ends
I would
meet.
ruin everyone's lives.
He sounds like a supervillain, doesn't he?
So both of you are supervillains already.
You're gonna be a good guy.
Hold on, supervillain. Hold on, whoa. I'm talking
this
about sneaking into a bank vault, taking some money, and leaving.
Not hurting anybody.
Not
Not
supervillain territory, I
Not
would
physically.
say.
Wow, guys. Wow.
But okay, I'm gonna go
Learned
back
a
a little
lot.
bit more of what I would do with my magnetism. All of my enemies, anyone who I don't like, I would pull the iron from your blood in front of your family,
Dude.
and watch you
That's
ride.
dark, dude. Damn.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in a dark. It's a dark day today.
So,
There are things that should have happened that didn't follow through. So I'm.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. So anyway, after it's all said and done,
He can also fly. I can also fly.
yeah, because you can
Because
you can
you
control-
don't want magnetism, you want magnetotism.
Yeah, you
I just
want
want
to be Magneto.
Let me just be
You're
Magneto, and not the old version. I want to be young buck,
Yeah, young.
What are you,
young-
James?
killing
what do you got,
Nazis
man?
and shit.
My power is a little bit. It's OP. It's a little overpowered, and it's a little obscure, and it's a little out there. It's if anybody has ever seen Last Action Hero, the character Danny gets a magical golden ticket, and he's able to go into his favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. And then later in the movie, the villain gets the ticket, and he goes into other movies getting death and villains from other movies. My power would be to be able to jump into any movie or any movie or TV show, and when I do, I turn into whatever style it is. Like, if I jump into a cartoon, suddenly I'm a cartoon version of myself, like in the movie Stay Tuned with John Ritter.
You lost me with all these fucking movies, dude. What's your power?
Well, my power is that I can go into movies, and I can actually take things and bring them into our world, and they still function as if they did.
So you could basically steal Peter Parker's blood in the new Amazing Spider-Man movie.
I could go into Spider-Man.
Do a blood transfusion.
Well, I could go into the
And
first
get the
Spider-Man
spider.
movie. No, not Amazing Spider-Man. I could go into the Tobey Maguire one. No, because his dad did all that shit to his blood. I would want the other spider.
That's a good
Obviously.
point.
So I'd go into that
Yes.
one. I'd be like, hey, bro, you got a spider on you. Don't worry, I got it. He'd be like, why didn't you just kill it or throw it on the ground? I'd be like, shut up.
Oh, I
And
kind
he'd
of
be
want
like,
that power
you're a
now.
weird kid. So anyway, the spider would bite me. I'd become Spider-Man. Then I'd go into Ghostbusters. I'd get a proton pack. I'd go into Back to the Future 2, and I'd get a hoverboard. I'd go into Pokemon, and I'd get a Master Ball and catch Mewtwo. And I'd come over to you guys' house, and I'd be like, hey, you can teleport? You can fucking magnetize shit? Well,
I got this hoverboard.
I haven't thought about this, actually.
Now, if I fucked up
Because you
the
could
film,
fucking
can I-
destroy my
Yes.
proton pack.
Or what
and it
if
would cause an atomic explosion or something?
while you're in that movie, so let's say we're watching a movie, you
could fuck
jump
the
into it,
film up,
and I just fucking
Yeah.
just like melt it and watch you melt.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about the...
What does
Can
that
I
do?
melt
Does that
you?
trap
Can I
you
melt
in the
you?
universe, or does it actually just destroy you?
Yeah, I haven't really put in a lot of thought into how
I
I
think
get
it'd be more
out.
interesting if you were stuck in that universe.
And in my head, I go in and there's this giant rectangle showing like my living room that I basically like look at and I instant transmission back. I don't know. I haven't really thought it out, but
Haven't really
I
thought
like it,
it
though.
out.
It's original.
Like
Yeah.
that's a good power.
it's like if anybody imagines a fictional book or whatever, they turn it into a movie, it creates this alternate dimension that becomes real, and basically I have access to those dimensions that other people have created.
What about the cupboard dimension from Indian in the Cupboard?
Oh, dude. I go into that world, I go get that cupboard, I'm like, I'm done. Can I get like a toy lightsaber, throw it in there? Boom, I got a lightsaber.
Or if you went to the Batman world. Went to the Batman world, stole everything.
Everything. Just went to the Batcave and just ransacked it.
Or, I mean, like, you know, I think there's the X-Men world and I could actually get a helmet for you. And I'd be like, dude, don't mess up the films. Let's work together.
I would steal the cape.
Yeah, I mean, I'd steal all the shit.
The cape is the high point for me.
But that's my power. It's overpowered as hell, obviously.
I'm going to hijack on his power and say that I could teleport anywhere James is at.
And this is going to sound a little creepy, but I could also jump into pornos.
Nice.
I mean, I could jump into anything. I could jump into TV shows all over the place.
Predator movie?
Do what?
Predator movie.
I mean, if you just sit there with that thought for like an hour and just think of the implications, you
could jump into the orphan and be like, she's a grown woman.
Yeah. Or just I could stop things. I could stop things from happening for people in their universes. I could go into Dragon Ball Z and train with Gohan, and he could teach me how to like use my ki and like how to fly.
It's not real.
Spirit Bomb.
It's not real, but it's real in that world.
In Spirit Bomb.
I could get sensu beans, and then I can always heal myself. Anyway, that would be my power. It's overpowered.
Speaking of Dragon Ball Z, like I hate to cut this off, but I've got like a question that's been like kind of racking my brain for a while, and this is a pretty common question to like ask when you get around a group of friends. Childhood TV shows like Dragon Ball Z was obviously a big favorite when I was growing up. I wouldn't call it probably one of my top 5, but I'm interested to kind of hear. I want to go into my top 5 TV shows maybe and see what you guys' thoughts are on it, if that's cool. I was a big Nick fan.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah, like I loved the game shows. Game shows definitely just need to make a comeback as soon as possible.
What the fuck was that arcade? That video game show?
A Nick Arcade.
Yeah.
That was
As
good.
a kid, that was my dream.
Yeah. And they would play Sonic, and they would just get killed like by the first bad guy. And it's like, let me be on the show. I will take it to the next level.
Yeah. And that was a big deal. You'd sit and watch these game shows, and you'd be sitting there just eating Cheetos and shit and just laying there. And you'd be like, you can't climb that 30-foot rock wall? Like, what's wrong with you?
It looked easy to us because we're at home and we think we're capable of all that shit. But then there's, like, dudes in, like, Aztec warrior garb, like, grabbing kids. Give me that medallion and fucking Olmec's fucking temple. And
all right. So that brings me to, like, one of my top, probably my number one favorite show when I was a kid was Legends of the Hidden Temple. Like, that game,
it was a good show.
That game show was great.
It kind of creeped me out.
Why?
Well, when I was a kid, I watched Evil Dead, and then I watched Army of Darkness. And the people that were always in, like, the moss and, like, against the walls, like, jumping out, reminded me of, like...
that witch that comes out at the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the fucking well.
That was scary. That was
it reminded... And, you know, my dad did that to me. So, thank you.
Dude, your dad's awesome. That's one of the best movies ever.
Not as a child.
No. What's so great about Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, and I'm going off on a different thing. We'll come back to it. But I want to say this is, like... Army of Darkness kind of empowers people to be able to make jokes with things that they're afraid of. It's like he was able to talk shit to demons.
Yeah, and that was fine. They were still creepy, and that's what it reminds me of back to Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah, it was a creepy show, but it just grabbed your attention. You were rooting for a team. It was good when you were young. It's still good.
I liked it better than Guts. A lot of people bring up Guts and Global Guts.
Well,
I liked Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Where the fuck did they get those kids at, dude?
And Doubleday.
Were they like sending out, because the internet wasn't a real thing. So like, were they like sending out like postcards?
I think it asked at the end of the show, do you want to be on...
But how do they initially get the kids on there from like different countries?
I think families would go to Orlando, Florida for like vacation, and they'd be like, hey, let's sign up for this.
I remember as a kid, they had live Guts competitions.
Yeah, no. They did one really big thing that they used to do at Universal Studios, and you could go to the filming of, was my second favorite show, which is Double Dare.
Double Dare was great.
With the slime, the giant nostril.
Yeah.
Like that.
For flags.
He
just won a Nintendo 64 and a Huffy Bike.
Moon shoes!
Moon shoes!
How bad did I want moon shoes when I was a kid, man?
My sister got some moon shoes and they kind of sucked. I think they
Do not ruin this for me.
They were awesome. We jumped to the moon.
All right.
So that's number 2. What's number 3?
Number 3, I'm kind of a nerd. Scooby Doo.
Ugh. I don't like Scooby Doo.
Really? The old
cheese-
70s Scooby Doo?
Cheese Fest 20.
It
I
was
loved
the
it.
same episode every time.
And I loved it. It was a
Pup named
formula.
Scooby Doo is different.
A pup named Scooby Doo was great.
It was good.
Literally anything with Scooby. Nah, that's a lie. 'Cause some of the newer stuff was really bad.
Actually, saw some of the newer stuff. What's New Scooby Doo, and they kind of take it in like a more of an adult situation, like a more of an adult
Do you
direction.
want one of these gunshot wounds? Because I will give you one.
That's
if you
distracting me, by the way. I wish you hadn't shot yourself in the head, or I wish that it had killed you
What
and you wouldn't be
if-
sitting there.
Yeah, see, because Scooby Doo was like the classic monsters that they went over. That was cool. I did enjoy some of it, but it's when they started doing like aliens.
That's in the
movies-
newer stuff.
I don't like
They-
aliens.
I liked when they
older-
teamed up with the Harlem Globetrotters.
I'm talking about.
But you like aliens.
I'm talking about what is it? The
Aliens are real.
what is
Fuck
it's the
you.
70s. What was the full title of that? What is it? It's
Casey
not what
Kasem.
is it? What's New Scooby Doo or is it?
I'm playing Shaggy.
Whatever it was.
Like Holy
That one.
and Scoob.
Fourth favorite show. Same on the nerdy track. Dexter's Lab.
Oh my God! You just made up for the fact that you said Scooby Doo earlier.
Yeah, 'cause-
Dexter's Lab was hands down. Well, actually, season 1 and 2 were the best shows ever. Season 3 and 4, they got like new animators and they changed the voice actors, and it all became about
Mandark.
Mandark. Yeah, it
Yeah.
came about Mandark.
Yeah.
But goddamn,
I don't
Dexter's
like-
Lab was the best.
I don't like Dexter's Lab. I didn't as a kid. Yeah.
What is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
I got some episodes to show you. Justin. You're gonna
I've
change
never
your
really
mind.
seen him though.
Nah,
Fifth-
dog.
Fifth favorite show.
I can't even talk to you right now.
I don't even know. Fifth favorite show. I would say Lizzie McGuire, hands down. Miranda.
You kind of look like Matt McGuire, the little brother. You look like Matt.
I feel like that's not the first time someone's told me that though.
Holy moly. You were just like, oh, Lizzie's dressing like Britney Spears, Mom. And then the dad from Revenge of the Nerds is like, Lizzie.
It was
Robert
such.
Carradine.
It was such a good show though. Like that show was everything that I wanted from a
High school
early-
experience or middle school
early
experience?
to middle school, early or elementary, middle school. Because you're older than me, so that was middle school for you.
Yeah, I'm
for
almost,
me that
I'm
was
almost 30.
yeah. For me that was elementary school, man, and that was like my 4th, 5th grade. I spent watching that and probably what I think was probably one of your favorite shows is Even Stevens.
Even Stevens was cool. Yeah, here's what's weird is I was a little brother. I had an older sister, and I always got on her nerves, and I was always kind of goofy and stuff. So Even Stevens and Lizzie McGuire kind of like struck a chord with me as a little brother. But it was also cool to see like these cute girls like. I am older, and I probably shouldn't have been watching those shows, but it was cool to see that they were real people. That like Lizzie McGuire had like real girl problems. She was worried about like, oh, Kate's got a bra, and I haven't even gone bra shopping.
Yeah,
yet.
it addressed teenage issues, man.
You're a
like,
fucking guy. Why are you thinking about that?
I'm not thinking about it. It was cool because like when I went to school,
it addressed
I would
issues
see-
that actually
I would
happened.
see girls, and I would just be like, she's so out of my league. Like, oh my God, she's not even thinking about me. But then I'd watch Lizzie McGuire, and I'm like, man, maybe these girls are kind of obtainable. Maybe they're worried about stuff like that, like Lizzie McGuire is.
Obtainable.
I will collect them
Obtainable.
in my basement.
What are your top 5 shows?
My top 5, and you know, if you hadn't have said Dexter's Lab, I probably wouldn't have thought about it. But Dexter's Lab is top down. Like, I'm drunk. Is hands down my favorite of all time. What? Top Gear, Top Hand.
Top
Top
Hands.
hand. Top
Dexter's
hand.
Lab. We've already talked about Batman the Animated Series, but it's gotta go
great.
on
It's a
the
show.
list.
If
great.
you choose to have that on your list.
Yeah.
I mean,
Choose
dude,
away.
it's great, great.
And I don't want to go into it, but like a lot of people that were born in the early '80s are all like, "Dude, G.I. Joe, Ninja Turtles," and those were good
Transformers,
shows.
robots in disguise.
Fucking Thundercats, and all those. Like those shows were put out to sell toys, and yeah, our shows were put out to sell toys too. But they had gotten
How
better.
many
and more
Dexter's
secretive.
Lab toys have you ever seen in your life?
That's true. Dexter's Lab was put out just to purely entertain us and to teach us shit.
And
like,
to populate Cartoon Network's new-ish lineup.
Omelette du fromage. Okay, so anyway, Dexter's Lab, Batman the Animated Series, yeah, when I was a kid, I watched a lot of Power Rangers. It just happened when I was that age. My sister used to give me a lot of shit for it, saying like it's the same shit every episode, like Scooby Doo. Like they're gonna just get in their Zords and fucking kill the monster. Like, why don't they do that right off the bat? And I'd be like, shut up, bitch.
Have you went back and watched some Power Ranger episodes? Because they're so cheesy.
There's a special place in my heart for Power Rangers. The first
Rita lands on the capsule.
Huh? Was Power Rangers number 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
It's Dexters Lab, Batman, Power Rangers.
The capsule lands, Rita pops out.
And like what started all this whole conversation, Dragon Ball Z was like the first anime that I saw. My cousin Matt brought it over on VHS and he showed it to me, and it was the best thing I'd ever seen. And as far as the 5th show, because I'm such a huge fan of comedy and just like randomness and wackiness, it's got to be Animaniacs as my 5th one.
Oh, the 50 States song.
Yeah, all of it. I learned a lot from that show, actually.
I didn't like that show.
What is the show that used to come on WB around the same time that would teach you history?
Hysteria.
I loved that show. Like that was my middle. Like
I didn't know that.
All the WB shows, like
the WB shows are great in the morning.
Tiny Toons. Oh man, those are such good shows.
Freakazoid.
And it wasn't even really WB yet. Like those shows were kind of coming on Fox at the time for some reason, and then it split up into the WB. WB became UPN.
Well, WB is the one that hosted Pokemon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was my morning. Like I'd have to get up real early to go to work with my mom, and we'd get up at 5:36 in the morning, and you'd have Hysteria would come on first, then you'd have Animaniacs, and then I think at 7 Pokemon came on.
Yeah,
I used to just sit there and just spoon cereal into my mouth watching that.
That's the ultimate 90s childhood, and if you didn't have that, I feel bad for you.
Yeah, for sure.
I almost said Pokemon, but then I realized, like, the protagonist is a piece of garbage. Like,
it's not a good show.
It's not.
It's
Pokemon had a huge...
It holds a special place, but it's not a good show.
The game was good, but then when Digimon came out, I remember people were like, Digimon, Digimon, Digimon. And I was like, that's just a ripoff of Pokemon. But then I watched it, like the first 2 seasons. Digimon is like Oscar worthy.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! Is really good too, the show.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Holy shit!
So we're back again. It's been a bit of a troubling night for a few of us.
Dude, what the hell, James?
What happened to your hair?
Aliens.
Aliens? So are you on? What number are you on? Are you done?
He's done.
I'm done.
He's done. So all right. So it's my turn for my list.
Yeah.
So first, I don't know why, but I always kind of try and like picture myself living in something. As a kid, especially, I always kind of put myself like, "Hey Arnold" is number 1 for me.
Really? Because I thought that was a crumb sauce show.
For some reason, there was like a hot dog eating contest.
That's your number 1?
Because of a hot dog eating contest episode?
Actually,
Do you have?
That's really bad. That's what I remember. I just.
Justin really likes the hot dogs.
I think we're learning things here, folks.
You know what? I'm gonna reserve. Hey Arnold's gonna be my number 4.
No. You've already said it's your number 1.
I didn't know we were doing it in an order. I just said 5 shows.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there's no particular.
There's
order.
no order. No.
So yeah, Hey Arnold is one of them. My number 1, not number 1, but I loved Hey Arnold. And for some reason, like I always picture myself living in like some shitty fucking like
New York
neighborhood and just like stoop kid. I'll be stoop kid for like a hot minute. And I'd be happy. I'd be pretty content with my life.
This is your 5 favorite shows out of all the shows that
when
I've
I grew
ever
up,
He chose Hey Arnold.
That's the thing though, is I loved Hey Arnold. But number 2, and I'm gonna say this is like overall my.
Hey Arnold, that was a good show.
Even a year difference does a ton though, because Kristen's is Kristen's.
Who's
Kristen's.
Who's Kristen?
Well, my wife Kristen, she actually
married.
A year my ass. 2 months difference in our. No, God, she's gonna kill me. A couple months difference, however many months, but not even half a year difference. And SpongeBob is one of her favorite shows.
SpongeBob is disgusting.
But I've noticed the grade below us love SpongeBob, but most of them are a year or so younger than me.
Fairly Odd Parents was good.
Oh, okay, we're back on my list. God damn it!
Back to
we're picking apart his list because
this is just in time.
Okay, just in time.
This is just in time.
Just in time. That was
just
a shitty joke.
in time.
I'd shoot
Na, na,
myself.
na, 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 na.
It's closing time.
God damn it! Samurai Jack is my all-time favorite show of all time. that sentence itself was bad. But can I get a high five on the?
It was
Samurai
good.
Jack?
It won like tons of awards, didn't it?
Go hang out with your wife. And
Gendy
watch SpongeBob.
Tartakovsky. Phil Lamar is the voice of Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack was fucking great.
Mako was the voice of Baku. That show was everything that...
Can I admit something? I've never watched Samurai Jack.
That's fine. A lot of people missed it.
It wasn't. It was kind of like a cult deal. Like, if you watched it in time, because the animation was very different from anything at that time.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, I was about to say it's definitely the same style.
But if you didn't watch Powerpuff Girls, I mean,
because he looked like an Asian professor.
Yeah, he did. There's actually a joke on that somewhere.
But so yeah, Samurai Jack number 2. Number 3 is definitely going to be All Real Monsters.
A solid.
That
it's a solid show
itself. I loved it. It was just funny as shit, and I had all the little figurines too.
Yeah.
Like, and when you'd squeeze them, like their eyeballs would pop out and shit. And
Yeah, I think I had one for like, maybe I stole that from
you
somebody.
probably stole it from someone.
I don't remember having it for long.
So that's my number 3. Number 4, I'm gonna have to go with SpiderMan animated TV show, and that's like right below Samurai Jack.
And you know something? What channel did that come on?
Fox.
That was Fox.
I never watched it. Ever.
So good.
It was good.
Dude, and the thing
Did
is...
it come on around the same time as Batman or something?
Probably.
It was a couple of years later. It was like maybe 2 or 3 years.
I don't know. I think I'd already moved to where like I exclusively watched Cartoon Network.
Well, I know
That was a
Spider-Man...
mistake.
Dude, and that's the thing is, like, if you go back and you watch the Spider-Man show, like, their storylines that they pull, holy shit.
They're deep, but they maintained a level of cartooniness that was always more fun and lighthearted.
And Peter Parker never changes his shirt.
It was more fun than X-Men. X-Men would get
How
so
would you guys
dark that it
compare
was
it
like,
to
geez.
Batman the Animated?
I mean,
Is it similar?
It's all
That's-
based off your preference of
that's
hero.
that's apples and oranges to me.
I mean, is it the same deepness? Because
That's like you comparing Superman and Batman. Like, they're completely separate.
You know,
Yeah.
Spider-Man had a little bit more continuity in character
you could follow.
development.
It's a story the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
there's
it had a
some-
little bit
so you
more
could
character
watch it,
development.
and from one episode to the next, you
There's an underlying story.
Here
There's
and
like a
there.
subplot.
Yeah. Well, Batman,
there was
Batman
almost-
started to do that towards the end when they started.
but not in the
introducing
beginning. It
villains.
was individual
Yeah.
episodes,
Yeah.
individual villains.
So yeah, that was my number 4, and then number 5 for shows. Man, I'm really having to think about it because
Some that your dad had under his bed.
I mean, there's quite a few of those, but man, I don't know why I'm at a loss for like a 5th show, as if I didn't watch television.
Probably because of your head wound, man. I'm feeling the same way. We probably shouldn't keep going and grabbing Matt's gun and shooting ourselves in the head with that thing.
Unlicensed weapon in Screen Geeks at the moment.
You really should lock that up.
The serial
You
number
have
is definitely
irresponsible
etched off of that.
friends.
That's why I wrote it down.
Fuck, man. A 5th show, and I had it, and that's the thing, is like I'm drawing a fucking blank.
Just chill out and jump cut it.
Yeah, let's just sit here until you figure it out.
Yeah, let's just stare at each other's eyes.
Deeply.
Let's not cut that out for a
Head
second.
wound bros.
Fuck
Dexters
yeah.
Lab.
There was an obstacle course show with a dog. Do you remember that show where they have dogs go through obstacle courses? It was right after or before the Mario Brothers cartoon show.
That was Wishbone. No, it wasn't Wishbone.
I fucking loved it. That can't be my show. That's not my show.
Yeah,
Let's look at each other again.
Nick. I mean, he had Lizzie McGuire
Pick a
and
network.
Scooby-Doo in his fucking...
Rugrats.
That was it.
Oh!
Rugrats. Yeah. Rugrats, when they fucking came out the movie, they went to Paris.
Yeah,
The
it
fucking
got
Reptar
deep.
carriage with, what's his name? What's the kid's name?
Dill.
Dill
Dill
Pickle.
Pickles.
God.
Bill Pickles,
All the-
Reptar.
yeah.
That movie was
Even the
so
Wild
good.
Thornberries crossover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Oh,
like
I
on
didn't
par.
care about the Thornberries that much, but I did
It
love
was very
Rugrats.
watchable. Was it the same animators or what?
Yeah.
Like I thought it's very similar
Very- yeah.
animation style. Like
Reptar Land.
This is what's crazy about me. When I was
that was such a good show.
in the 4th grade, there was this thing called GeoCities. They were like it was
Yeah.
you
Web
know what that
rings?
was? Yeah, you could make your own website. When I was in the
On AOL, right?
not 4th
Oh, yeah.
grade,
No,
not 4th grade.
GeoCities was its own.
I was in the
thing.
6th grade.
think
Now, I'm
Yahoo
gonna be
may have
realistic.
bought 'em.
But I had my own Rugrats/Friends website.
I made a Final Fantasy 9 one.
I made a tree
I'm not
houses
even
one.
joking.
It was all
Tree
about
houses.
tree houses.
And that's why
All I know is that The initial superpower he wanted to use was to build tree houses.
Hold on, no. It was not.
That would teleport him to
it
other
was,
places.
Hold on, it was the plot of the Magic Treehouse series of books.
This episode is real off the wall. Like,
we have.
Where do we go from here?
But yeah, so my fifth one was
2 attempted
Rugrats.
Suicides, treehouse teleportation.
I like that we can't follow through with anything. I couldn't come up with a fucking fifth show. It took me that long.
Rugrats was great. I loved literally every character, even Susie, even Cynthia the doll.
It was good. It was a good
even
show.
Susie? You have a problem with African American type?
Even Susie, the black girl. No, what was great about Rugrats was it was fun and it was cute, but it also taught me about Jewish culture. It taught me about
the Christmas episode.
Yeah, the Maccabees and the and like the Pharaoh.
I guess
I grew up in New Jersey, so the Jewish thing, learning about that really wasn't.
And that makes a lot of more sense.
I was about to say,
said,
like,
hey,
I had my best
Arnold.
friend growing up was Jewish.
For some reason,
I forgot that about you. You were raised in New Jersey,
yeah,
and
like
that's
a big city, but
that's like, hey Arnold is
Literally,
like right
the
there.
kid that lived right across the street from me was Jewish.
Something,
so like,
something smells like ketchup.
I hate ketchup. I'm pretty miserable right now.
Guys, let's wrap this up, man. It's been an interesting episode for
Mustard
sure.
versus ketchup.
It's not that we're running out of things. We're just trying some things. Don't get mad,
guys. We're about out of time for the day. I thank you for tuning in. Check us in on Facebook and tune in next week.
Yeah,
we're just gonna get weirder.
It's gonna get weird.
We need to be better playing.